What if I told you that in order to get a girlfriend, you need to restore the Roman Empire as Byzantium in EU4? My name is Ludi, and this is Byzantium Interim. And if we get 6,900 likes, I will do a Trebizond guide. So our current situation right now is pretty messed up. We have a war against the Venetians, we have another war against the Aragones and their English overlords, as well as we got a massive coalition. Guess what, guys? I know what your problem is. You don't know how to deal with coalitions, do you? Want to declare on us? Let them do so. Come at me, bro. Definitely do not have the guts to declare that. Oh shit, what? Okay, so I guess we're gonna learn how to deal with coalitions in this video, sir. All jokes aside, guys, we're at war with pretty much everybody in the world. No problemos. Let's go start sieging down coalition land. We're gonna go ahead and destroy the Mamelukes and the other Arabian tribes here. This should be fairly easy. We're gonna need some more troops for this, though. We also are gonna have to peace out the Venetians and their allies here. I'm gonna do that right now. Make a peace. Hey, Brandenburg also is on our side. Pretty nice, man. I'm happy with the situation. You know, you can always rely on the Byzantine Empire to have your back. Don't trust your family members. Don't trust your loved ones. Trust Byzantium. Well, we pretty much fully sieged down the Papal States, but I am going to give them a white peace as I want to attack them again in 5 years and fully annex them, since right now I wouldn't be able to take much. Very important thing to keep in mind, guys, whenever you do have a situation like this is that you want to keep your armies close together, and all that's left in this alliance is Savoy with Salzburg there. Kids, this is what happens when you don't micromanage all of your armies properly. You get stack wiped like a noob. There's actually a few ways of piecing out a coalition. Honestly, in this situation, because the coalition is quite large and because I need to restore the Roman Empire and I don't really want to waste time fighting all of the HRE here, literally all of this is lands I'm not interested in, so I'm gonna piece them out. I'm actually going to give them whatever they want. And look at this. You offer tribute and you offer your allies provinces. And they're happy with it. Sadly, we have to give them a few of our own provinces. So we're going to give these two useless provinces to Ardalan and take them back later. As well as we'll be giving Tabuk and Azrak to the Mamelukes, which again, we'll be taking back later. But because we're directly giving this, we still have our cores on these provinces. Now we're going to have to peace out quickly the other nations we're at war with, so we can get ready for the next few wars. Looks like the Venetians are willing to negotiate, and I'm gonna get my cores back for Milan, my vassal. I want to do this deal not for 100% but for 58 because I want the truce to finish in 1610, since that is exactly 3 years after the Spanish War. So let's go with this, and after my Spanish War, where I'm gonna take the rest of this stuff, I can attack the Venetians again and take the rest of the Italian peninsula. Let's also chase down the English troops here, which apparently have managed to land in our lands. Come on, let's catch the English. Why do they look funny? Oh, these are the Gallo glasses. Holy schnapples. These guys are special boys. Well, they were special boys. Let's try and intercept these boyos here too. And actually, you know what? Let's go on to these islands here. The largest naval battle the world has ever seen. The great Roman navies against the filthy and barbaric. Oh my god, we're gonna lose this. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really, really bad. No, the barbarians are winning. Yep, I do not have even close to the morale that the barbarians have. But hey, we can always retreat. I guess Britannia rules the waves, guys. But you know what? I rule the land. We may have lost the naval combat, but we're definitely gonna do our naval landings here and absolutely wreck these bad boys on their own lands. The Great Battle of Essex, 1602, Roman Empire versus Englishmen. Historical game, everybody. Of course, this was a clear Roman victory. Well, would you look at that? All of the English Isles are occupied except the Ireland. Nobody cares about that, so whatever, man. I said all of the English Isles, okay? That means we can take the stuff that we want from them. We cannot take any money, sadly, but we don't really want the money that much, so it's fine. There you go. Now we can also concentrate show everywhere here, and after we've concentrate showed, we can also give these lands to our vassals, since a couple of these are cores of Galicia and Leon. And it's time for bye-bye, yo Sardunia, Aragonio, Noise. Alright, so that means we can now concentrate, show 15 dev from all of that. That is insane alone. And we have a little bit of an overextension problem. Just a little bit, but we'll be fine. Don't worry about it, guys. Look at this. Pay off the debt of these guys first off, sure. And let's grant them their provinces. And now we can start integrating Leon, actually, because I really wanted to do this from before. This is the perfect occasion to do it right after we've given them all of those newly added lands. And do a mission here, recover the Western Islands, and recover Tripoli, and recover Tunisia. Oh my god, we've recovered so many lands by just taking these two provinces. Nice. That means we can also declare the war on the Papal States, which essentially resets our truce with the Venetians. So that's actually super good. Declaratio Complicatio, Abuya, and let's attack them. We've sieged down Treviso, and we can white piece the Venetians here because we want to attack them directly, and this basically makes our truce a little bit shorter. The truce with Spain is over again, and we are once more going into the fray. Supremacy here, war goal, which means we can take as much as we want, and we gain the passive tick by having won most of the battles. Looks like we can piece out the Papal States now. We got 99%. We're just going for these provinces here. We're not taking the ones they have in France just yet. We will maybe later on take those in France. Also, Holy Mother of God, they've actually developed this 11 and 19 times. What? Wow. And of course, this means we got 172 overextension now, bro. From Provence, we're only going to be taking the one province of Nantes here. And last but not least, the Spaniards themselves. We're essentially taking the south part of Spain plus some parts of Italy here. Let's go. That is enough for me right now. Now we can start consolidating our armies and getting ready for the big coalition war. We do have 300 overextension, so we kind of have to do something about this, boys. Obviously, one thing we can do is we can give Leon some more land since we already are integrating them, and we can just give them the south parts here, except one province next to Portugal, so we can get the Deus Vult CB on the Portuguese. There you go. Problem solved, everyone. We've had quite a few years of peace, and it is time to go back to Ver. We're going to be attacking the nation of Portugal here. Let's make sure we deal a quick and swift blow. We're going to keep most of our armies in the south here ready because we'll be attacking the Venetians soon also. And we are in the process of integrating both the nation of Milan and Leon. I'm actually going to concentrate on Milan. This essentially reduced the annexation time by a whopping 4 years, man. Holy schnapples. But that also means that we have to start improving relations with them as they are a little bit disloyal now. Time to attack the rest of the Italians. We are co-belligerating Savoy, and because of that, we're bringing in Spain and Austria in this war, which is great since we want to reset the truce timer we have with Spain. Otherwise, we would have to wait for an actual 15 years before we can do anything. There you go. Let's start attacking everything here. We've quickly taken the capital of Madrid, and that is enough to piece them out. Beautiful. Now we just have to wait until 15 to attack them rather than until 21 as we were supposed to wait before. On the first day of Christmas, Savoy went dead. Oh no. And then the Pope followed suit. No more Pope, yo. I guess now we have to re-elect a new Pope. We are planning some naval invasions just because we can, and because, well, we have naval domination, surprisingly, as the Romans. That is correct. Roman naval domination, sir. They may have the numbers, but we have the spirit, and that is why we're stack wiping them left and right, essentially. That is correct. They haven't won a single battle yet. I am gonna keep my siege on Trier, though, since they are in the Portuguese war, and I can use them for extra war score when taking lands from the Portuguese. Austria lost most of its strategic forts, and that means I can piece them out. Let's go. We're taking Trieste for ourselves, and we're taking a little bit of money and canceling their alliance with Savoy, so they don't become a nuisance once we attack Savoy again in the very nearby future. The Portuguese seem to be willing to parlay with us, and we are going to be taking a lot of their lands. And in the next war, we'll be taking whatever is left that we haven't already taken. This war is won, and we can ask for pretty much all of the Venetian lands except for the capital of Venice, but we'll take that in the next war once our truce is finished. This means we get almost nobody in a coalition because nobody cares about Venice, essentially. And it also means we can do concentration on Venice which is a lot of extra points. In fact, we have roughly around 350 development in Constantinople. That is a huge amount of development, boys. You might also be wondering, how are you dealing with your overextension? Well, it's not really that hard. Honestly, just a few events here and there is not really that bad. Everything is a-okay, boys. Everything is fine. And it seems like our truce is over with the nation of France. Sadly, if we did attack them now, we wouldn't be able to co-belligerate the Spanish, as their truce expires in 1 year. I have the choice of either waiting until the Spanish truce finishes, but by that point the French are likely going to be in the coalition against me, or just take Spanish lands way later down the line. And another thing I can do before I declare war is I can release the nation of Brittany and Vanité, and I can use both Brittany and Gascony's corps to take back. In fact, let's do that right now. Set Armagnac as our main war target here. 25 days to siege down Madrid because we actually barraged and we rushed it, and we are close to piecing them out. We just have to take a couple more provinces here and there. Like I said, a couple more provinces. Now they're willing to piece us out. Nice. That means we can use this army to get rid of the rebels and then afterwards focus on the French. Hey, guess what, guys? RNGs has decided to give a PU over Provence to the French. My whole goal here was to attack Provence after the French, so I can take most of the French region easier, but I am definitely gonna struggle now since Provence is about 20% of the French region. Good thing about the French getting the PU over Provence is the fact that we can now do this. We can give the two provinces belonging to Brittany that were previously Provence's provinces to them, but we do have to give it via this interaction for these two particular provinces. Let's also take the province of Saluzzo so we get the mountain fort, and that's going to be it for this first war against the French. We can bring our boys back, and in a few years we can attack the Spanish again, and because they're still allied to the French, we're going to be at war with the French again, resetting the truce. So instead of waiting until 32, we will only have to wait until 20 something. So we have a little bit of a coalition brewing in Europe, but I'm gonna do something to get rid of this coalition. You might have thought about it. Yes, I am attacking Aragon since my truce is over, and I'm co-belligerating the English, which is gonna bring in Bohemia and Köln, two of the strongest nations in this coalition in the war. That means that this coalition is now basically just Poland, Pomerania, and Mamluks, but they're all super weak. And remember what we talked about the Spanish? The truce is over with them also, and we are gonna attack them too, recycling the truces with France, Portugal, and even with the Venetians. In fact, if I'm lucky enough, I might be able to fully annex Venice in this war. Whenever you have wars like these in which you feel like you're fighting against all odds, there's no way of winning these, calm the fuck down and listen up. First off, you gotta piece out the non-co-belligerated targets and the targets you have no interest in. So for example, I got no interest in the Bohemians here. I'm just gonna ask them for some money, and that's it. Piece them out. That is essentially 60,000 units I got out of that war. I'm gonna do the exact same thing with the nation of Köln, and then afterwards we're gonna focus all of our attention and all of our troops on taking our enemies out one by one. Don't spread out your armies too much and try and focus on the essential parts. Also, when it comes to the Aragonese, if we cannot reach the English mainland here, then what we can do is we can just directly piece out the Aragonese. If we sit on all of their provinces for 5 years, they have to give us 100%, even if we didn't even have any battles with their allies or anything of the sorts. Köln is out as well, and we can also piece out Venice. Like I said, full annexation here is the best though, as it means we don't need to worry about the Venetians ever again from now on. We just gotta core them up, which is quite a little bit of admin points, sadly, but it is what it is. Let's wipe out the Castilians before they disembark. Oh, come on, really? They disembarked before I managed to wipe out their fleet? Seriously? That is just massive pepega right there. In that case, we're gonna have to bring some of our troops from here. Another day, another chunk of the Spanish has been taken away from them, and of course, concentration time, boys, as well as coring up, yo. So I want to point out one very important aspect whenever you start doing world conquest, or whenever you do take a lot of land in the mid to late game. In 1.31 Leviathan, the AI AI has started to dev up like crazy. So as you can see, 17 times deving up, 9 times, 12 times, 19 times, 9 times again, and so on. Essentially, the longer you wait, the more the AI is going to dev up the provinces, and because of that, it's going to be a lot harder for you to take all of those provinces, since it's going to cost a lot more to take them. We're going to go for this sexy border here so that we actually have a connection for our land, and that we don't need to go around the whole of Spain when we want to fight on either side of this. How does France feel when it knows that every single time my truce is over, I'm gonna attack him again? I bet they feel pretty darn bad, don't they, boys? Should have paid attention to this front, because the Spanish somehow managed to take 2 of my castles, and this is the worst timing ever, guys, because I'm at 100% annexation progress for Leon, which means that once this month ticks, because the Castilians have cores on these 2 provinces, I'm gonna integrate Leon, but they're actually gonna take the 2 provinces. And sadly, I cannot really do much about it, since my troops, even if I force march them, they're not gonna be able to barrage and take this in time before the 31st of January. I tried everything, but it's literally just a waste of my time. I cannot do it. Oh god, please, one more date. At least, we take Burgas, so this means we only lose Caceres. Oh god. At least one city was spared, boys. Look at this. Now Caceres a part of their country. This is so annoying and such a dumb mechanic. Also my fault, because I should have paid attention to this front. I thought they didn't actually have any troops, but they did have a few thousand troops. Well, instead of white peace, we gotta take back Caceres here, and that's pretty much it with the Castilians. Now we gotta focus 100% of our attention on the French, which apparently are also in the Protestant League War. Didn't even know that thing was still around, considering we're in the age of absolutism. Not sure why that's even a thing. Hot darn damn it, it's time to harass the Portuguese again, and let's go. We got 44,000 brave souls right next to them. Let's get another general as well to take care of this menace. One of the most vital things to me right now is to connect my lands. Instead of going all around Africa, I can just walk all around the Mediterranean now via this exact peace deal. So let's go, boys. Now we don't need to worry about anything. The Mediterranean is officially ours, boys and girls. Although, let's face it, not many girls play EU4. Let's concentrate, show. Whoa, 13 dev from this one. Nice. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but our troops need to actually rest for a while. After the truce with the Portuguese, we will just focus on integrating the vassals and strengthening our nation. Whenever you have a situation where you cannot get enough war score from the main target, get the rest of your war score from the allies. Like, I got most of my war scores from occupying Munster, Verdun, and Trent, as well as some battles, without occupying the rest of the Portuguese colonial empire, which is massive. And because I took all of those lands, I can also take the 3 provinces I'm actually interested in from the Portuguese here. That is what we call big brain move, boys. One more war with the Spanish, and we can just peace out the French now. White peso, so we get our troops reduced by 8 years this time, and afterwards we'll just take as much land from the Spanish as we can. Yeah, I'm only gonna take these provinces and let them keep their capital, so that my truce is about 2 years shorter than it otherwise would be. This is vital, because that means by 1650 I should have all of the lands that I need from Iberia. Hey, guess what? We got our first colony, everybody. We're gonna name this Terra Nova, and yes, I basically stole this from the Spaniards. Hey, I could have taken the city, but I thought, hey, why not have a small little colony that's gonna give us an extra merchant that we definitely can make use of. We've also finished off Aragon and taken quite a big chunk of the French here, as well as we've cleaned up the borders in the east. So all that's left is finish off the French, take 2 more provinces here, 1 more in Zeeland, and the city of Vienne. In order to take this, however, we definitely need to build up our fleet, because right now they have a lot of ships and I don't. So I'm gonna start building a few extra heavies here. Whilst we wait for the main truce to finish with the French, we're gonna attack the nation of Savoy, Austria, and Zeeland here. Bohemian cash, straight from Skalitz, is it? Hey. Habsburg gold too. And the city of Vienna. which we definitely need for forming the Roman Empire. Otherwise, I wouldn't even bother taking that shit. Oh god, you know you've been a bad boy when Cuba goes into a coalition against you. Also, the Great Siege of London Part 2 is undergoing. No, Brazil wants me to go there. Schnaps. This is not good. I don't want to go to Brazil, but they declared the coalition, so I have no choice. It's time to go on vacation, boys. Romans in Brazil, the making. It's over, boys. It's absolutely over. The Cubans have arrived, and they're gonna take us over, and they're gonna completely wipe us out with their super cool uniforms. Also, I hate the fact the AI completely ignores zones of control and forts. They've been literally walking all over my defensive emplacements without giving an absolute schnitzel. But we're still gonna win this, boys. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We're gonna prioritize first piecing out the Englishmen. So we're gonna still have to go for a little bit more war score before we piece them out. We'll have to settle for one province from the English because we really need to focus on our coalition war here, which is really turning into a bloodbath. And we'll take the rest of the stuff directly from Savoy. Take these two and the province of Genoa with Zealand. There you go. Now we got all the stuff we want from that area, and we can finally completely divert our attention towards this amazeballs coalition. We can also do Triumph for Italy, so we can get up to 100 army tradition, meaning we get a buttload more of morale of armies. An extra 25%, boys. Hell yeah. No matter how big a coalition is, the best way to win is to just stack wipe every single small army that you can find on the battlefield, wherever you find them. For example, these guys are going to engage in Auxerre in a few moments here, and there you go, another stack wipe, which adds up because I got 27% war score. Stackenwipen. Anuda Stackenwipen. Oh, was ist das? Oh nein, the Kubanen Stackenwipen, ja? So guys, I am winning this war, but I'm gonna do something that not many people understand the reasoning behind, so I'm gonna explain it. I'm giving away my Russian allies' land. Why am I doing this? Well, first off, I don't even need to give all of this stuff. I can just give one province, and that's enough. Apparently, I can only give Kherson, but I'm giving more than that for two specific reasons. First off, I want to have a longer truce with the coalition, and second off, I am actually gaining something from losing all of this land. Even though I didn't lose this land and it was the Russians that lost it, I actually got 98% revanchism. That means I got plus 50% national tax modifier, plus 50 manpower recovery, army tradition, and so on. All of this is mine, and I didn't lose anything for it. The Russians lost provinces, and guess what? I don't care about that because Russia's gonna be my next rival. So this was a true 5-head move. I think it's also high time that the Romans start exploring the Indian continent for themselves. Booyah, we got Tanjore here as our first of many cities in this area. We can also found the Indian Trade Company, the Roman Indian Trade Company, and in good old cucking fashion, I'm gonna collect from Bordeaux so it doesn't go transfer into the English Channel. One of the most overlooked features in EU4 is the Marines. Marines are actually insane. You can build them and they don't take up your manpower pool, they take up the sailors pool. So a lot of you guys, I noticed you have a lot of sailors lying around in the mid game and you don't know what to do with them. Build Marines. Now, how do you get Marines? You either can get them from your national ideas or from going naval ideas, which I have not. So then how did Ludi get Marines? I built the Governor General's mansion. Each one of these is going to give you 2% Marine force limit. So that means for every one of those that I have, I can build 2% of my force limit as Marines. Right now I have quite a few of them, I think like 3 or 4. So I can build up to 30,000 Marines. But I can always expand this if I needed. Marines are actually really good when you do naval invasions because they have 200% disembarkment speed. So it takes up very little time to actually do your naval invasions with them. But they do take a little bit of shock damage extra compared to regular units. They do also ignore crossing penalties. So that is a great idea to send them into battles over rivers or other types of crossings. Despite having a massive empire, we can actually develop our provinces provinces for just 4 mana points simply because we are actually playing Toll. You didn't know they were playing Toll? We absolutely so are. One more thing I want to show you is the fact that despite having level 5 advisors, we're only paying 8 ducats or 4 ducats if they're 50% cheaper in 1700 almost. How is that possible without innovative ideas? Well, that is because we have an ace up our sleeves called the Monument in Cairo that gives minus 20 advisor cost, and the Monument in Athens that gives another minus 20 advisor cost. So essentially what this means is that we get insanely cheap advisors that compensate for horrible historical Roman rulers. Also, because the French are actually reduced to just a couple of provinces, they joined the Holy Roman Empire, and that is very annoying. You know what? I'm so annoyed, I'm actually gonna break truce and destroy them right now. Let's go, boys. Let's actually crush. This game really doesn't like me, guys. I can take every single province I need to form the Roman Empire except one. These bastards have been deving up Avignon 24 times, so it's actually a lot of war score to take that one province. I'll take all of this, and sadly, I gotta wait for a little bit longer before I can actually take the province of Avignon. I am gonna truce break the French because I really want this one province, and I don't want to wait for 15 years before I can take it. So let's go. Another war against these guys. Losing a lot of admin points, but it's fine. We can just stab up again. To war, everybody! To war. Well, apparently it was 2 provinces, both Avignon and Metz, that we needed to form the Roman Empire, so it's actually a good thing I paid attention to this. Let's go and peace out the French. We're taking just these 2 lands. We don't care about anything. As you can see, coalition is the same old people that don't like us very much, and that means we can also focus on our lands now and get ready for any future wars, as well as core these 2 up so we can finally form the Roman Empire. We now have everything we need to restore the empire. We could have done this a lot faster, but I didn't want to actually truce break that much, and I didn't want to ruin the country, which is why we now have a max of almost 1 million manpower with level 5 advisors, and most of our monuments are fully upgraded now. In fact, guys, if you want to check the save game, I'm gonna post this on my Patreon, so if you are a patron, then congratulations, you can play the save game yourself. And let's click up the button here. There you go. Boom shakalaka. My game almost froze for a second there. I'm gonna go for the new traditions and ambitions. These ideas are not amazing, but I'm just gonna take them simply so you guys see what the Roman ideas are. So we got discipline, manpower, production efficiency plus 20, core creation cost, land force limit at infantry combat ability, diplo reputation, unrest, and stab cost. So essentially, guys, these are decent ideas for blobbing, not amazing though. The most beautiful thing about turning Roman is that all of our previous Greek culture is now Roman, so we can actually say that we are the true Romans, except the city of Rome is still Umbrian. Bruh, we gotta change this to Roman, guys. Our main like target is 6,900 likes for Trebizond guide and 10,000 if you want to see this turned into a world conquest. Don't forget to also check out my Twitch channel. You have the link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I also want to give a very special thank you to all of my patrons and channel members, as well as my Twitch subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. I wouldn't be able to make these videos without you.